So the basic structure of a laboratory report varies uh, from teacher to teacher. Actually, it depends on the teacher, but the basic structure would include a title page, abstract, introduction, procedure, results and discussion, conclusion, and if applicable, the literature cited or the references. Okay, and we will discuss this in lightning fashion. Okay, so first off, we have the title page. And this includes, of course, the title of the experiments, your name or your lab partners, the date of the experiment, and probably also the date submitted to the professor or the teacher. So, as with the as I've said previously, the experiment title should be short and concise, but also descriptive. So dito, we also we also have some rules. We try to avoid the use of articles like the or a or an. So we try to omit that as much as possible, like in this example. Instead of saying an investigation on the effect of varying temperatures on the pH of water, we can just say effect of temperature on water's pH. So very short, but very descriptive. Now, the abstract is perhaps for high school laboratory reports, this is probably not a requirement, or you can skip this step. But if we're going to do like a mini thesis in high school or a scientific paper, like a basic scientific paper, you might want to include an abstract, which is a brief summary of the topic, the procedure, the most crucial results, and the main conclusions of an experiment. And it serves to describe a scientific investigation so that yung mga magbabasa po or the readers of the abstract can quickly scan if what you did is of interest to them. So that because scientists and researchers like tore through like a very large volume of scientific papers. So yung abstract po is one way to cut the time and quickly scan whatever sources a researcher gathered. And it's usually a short paragraph which comes first in a lab report or a scientific paper. Okay, so let us start with the introduction. So probably many of you might have already prepared a laboratory report, and you must prepare an introduction part, which states the objective and the purpose of the experiment. And it provides a brief background on the topic and contains the main hypotheses of the experiment. So for laboratory, high school laboratory experiments, so usually meron tayong laboratory manual where we derive the introduction part. So hindi na natin kailangang we don't need to undergo a rigorous research on the introduction kasi it's provided already in the laboratory manual. What we only need to do is to paraphrase the introduction there and put it on our report without losing the essential elements, which is the objective, the brief background of the experiment, and the hypothesis of the experiment. So these are the three most important elements of an introduction. So wag po natin siyang kakalimutan. So I have here an example. So this experiment is about how anthocyanins and pH help determine leaf color. So dito po, given po yung brief explanation about pigmentation in leaves, what compounds are responsible for that. So yung green color, alam natin galing yan sa chlorophyll. But for plants which do not have a green leaf, green leaves. So, meron po mga pigments yan, like carotenoids and anthocyanins. And this experiment was explored how anthocyanins affect the color and how the pH affect the anthocyanins, because they tend to vary in color depending on the pH. So ayan. So makikita natin, this is just one paragraph, but na-include niya yung lahat ng essential elements of the laboratory experiment.